Yogis. Today we're practicing with Undine. Undines are the spirits of the water. And we're just going to start by creating or dropping into the breath. So let's just sit for a moment. You can sit cross-legged or on a block. Make sure you're comfortable because we'll be here for a while. And drop into your breath. Start to release any unnecessary gripping. And dropping into the water inside of your body. Letting everything become a little bit more fluid. And then let's start to establish Ujjayi breath. So we're closing the back of the throat. As you breathe in Ujjayi breath, you should be able to hear your own breathing, like the waves of the ocean. As you breathe in, just feel the muscles of your back opening up like a great sail, like a sailboat. And as you breathe out, follow the exhalation all the way to end point, right down in the belly. Breathing deeply here, absorbing more oxygen. If we breathe like this throughout the practice today, we find the practice invigorates us. It doesn't tire us out. I'm going to add some movement now, so interlace your fingers and bring them to your heart. On your next exhale, let's push the hands forward, palms out, and bring the head between the arms. Keep breathing here. Next, inhale, the arms come overhead, palms face up. We're stretching through the sides of the body. Stay with your Ujjayi breath, deep and even. And as you exhale now, bring the hands behind the head, but don't touch the head, keep them interlaced. And just take your elbows out. Feel your shoulders squeeze together a little. Breathe here. On your next exhale, your arms come back up towards the ceiling, palms face up, still interlaced. Feel the sides of your body stretch. Feel the breath inside the body. And then on your next exhale, bring your left hand to the floor, and we're going to just side stretch over to the left, bringing your top arm, bicep to ear. Breathing deep. Then when you're ready, sweep the arm across the body, open the chest and reach up towards the ceiling, opening the chest, breathing here. And turn the palm, bring your bicep back to your ear and side stretch again. Just exploring. Maybe you go a little bit deeper this time. Keep breathing. Inhale here. Exhale, return to center. Interlace your hands at your heart. Next exhale, push the hands forward, palms face out, head between the arms. Inhale, arms come overhead, palms up. Next exhale, the hands come to the back of the head, not touching though. Elbows move out. Breathe here. Exhale, the arms come back up. Palms face the ceiling. Bring the right hand to the floor, side stretch over the top arm to the ear. Breathing and feeling here. And then sweep the arm down across the body and reach it back up, but towards the ceiling this time, opening the chest. When you're ready, come back into that side stretch, a little deeper perhaps. Release the hinge of your jaw. Inhaling here, as you exhale, return to center. Beautiful. We'll do that a little quicker now. Now we've established the pattern of the movement using the wave of breath a little more. So interlace your fingers at your heart. Keep your breath nice and slow and even and deep. As you exhale, push the hands out, forward, bring the head between the arms. Inhale, the arms come overhead, stretching the sides of the body. Exhale, hands come to the back of the head, elbows out. Inhale here. Exhale, the arms come back up towards the ceiling, palms up. Inhale here. Exhale, the left hand comes to the floor, we side stretch over. Inhale, sweep the arm forward across the body, open the chest, reach up. And exhale, side stretch again, same side. Inhale here. Exhale, return to center. Interlace your hands at your heart. As you exhale, push the hands forward, head lowers, palms out. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands come down to the back of the head, elbows out. Inhale here. Exhale, the arms come back up, palms face the ceiling. And inhale here. Right hand comes to the floor, side stretch over, exhale. Sweep the arm across the body, reach up, open the chest, inhale. Turn the palm forward, side stretch a little deeper, exhale here. Inhale where you are. And exhale, return to center. Hands to your chest. Feel your breath. Let's do one more round of that. Inhale with your fingers at your heart, interlaced. And exhale, push the palms out, bring the head between the arms. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands behind the head, elbows out. Inhale here. Exhale, arms back up. Inhale here. Exhale, the left hand comes to the floor, we side stretch over. Inhale, sweep the arm across the body, open the chest. Exhale, side stretch a little deeper. Inhale here. Exhale, return to center. Interlace your hands at the heart. Feel yourself breathe. Feel that sea swell of breath. The sail of the lungs opening. And as you exhale, arms come forward, hand, palms are out, head lowers. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the back of the head, elbows out. Inhale here. Exhale, arms back on up. Inhale here. Your right hand comes to the floor, we side stretch over, exhale. Sweep the arm across the body, reach up towards the ceiling, inhale, open the chest. Exhale, back to the side, stretch a little deeper here. Inhale here. Exhale, return to center. Beautiful. Bring your hands behind your back now, you guys. Interlace your hands behind you and gently stretch the arms, open the chest. And breathing here, just breathing and feeling. Release your hands as you inhale, circle the arms up above the head. And as you exhale, bring the hands back to the heart. Inhale here. Interlace your fingers behind your back again as you exhale. As you inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest. As you exhale, release the hands. Next inhale, circle the arms wide and up. Exhale, hands back to the heart. Just one more like this. Let's inhale here. Exhale, interlace the hands behind you. Inhale, open that up, chest proud. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, circle the arms up and over the head. Exhale, bring your palms to your heart. As you move, you are creating a healing and purification process in your physical body, 70% of which is water. It's a beautiful thing to enter into that fluidity within the body, to bring yourself through your breath into this flow state where you can be like water. It reminds me of Bruce Lee, the most powerful thing, be like water, moves through everything. So just sitting here, feel your fluid self. Hear your breath like the waves of the ocean. Feel your back body opening like a great sail as you breathe. So we're going to start with on the feet, so standing at the top of your mat. Bring your hands, cross your hands at your heart. Drop your tailbone a little. As the tailbone drops, the chest becomes more buoyant. And focus on your heart. Feel your breath lifting your heart. Feel the water inside of you, the fluidity inside of you. And then start to establish a deep and even Ujjayi breath. So we're closing off the throat. As you inhale now, circle your arms up and bring the backs of your wrists to touch together. Your fingers go wide to the side, elbows a little bit bent if you need to. When you're ready, we're going to lift the right leg just out in front of you, bend the knee and point the toe. Just balancing here. As you balance, imagine you are in the water and this supports your balance, which in a way you are. You know, the air contains a percentage of water. There's water outside of us, around us. Lovely. And then keep your balance. Take your right leg wide, still raised up. Flex the foot and bring your thumbs to your third fingers. Take your arms wide with your elbows bent, so you look like a dancing Shiva. Now you can twist towards your bent leg here. Breathing. Bring the heels of your hands up a little bit more. Breathing and balancing. If you're twisting, just unravel here. Bringing both of your feet back to the floor. Raise the arms above the head. Now bring the hands to prayer. As you exhale, bring the hands back to the heart. Let's do that again on the other side. So inhaling, circling the arms up. Bringing the backs of your wrists to touch. Your fingers go wide, elbows a little bit bent. And then when you're ready, lift your left leg up, point your toe with a knee bent. Focus your drishti or your gaze on something ahead of you that will not move. This will help your balance. Relax your eyes, relax the hinge of your jaw. And when you're ready, take the left leg wide, flex the foot, bring the thumb to the third fingers of each hand, take the arms wide, bend the elbows, push the heels of the hands up, and then maybe twist towards your bent leg so you look like a dancing Shiva. Breathe here. Beautiful. Unravel your twist, you guys, and slowly bring both feet to the floor. Let's raise the arms in prayer above the head. And from here, let's just side stretch over to the right. If this is possible, from here you can look up and you can open your chest a little towards the ceiling, so it's like you're looking at the moon. So this is like a lateral stretch with a twist, so go steady with this, see how it feels. It's not for everybody. And as you exhale, come back to center. Inhale here, and as you exhale, let's side stretch over to the left. So we're willowing over to the left. And then look around, open your chest as if you're looking at the moon, if this feels good for your body. Inhale here, exhale, come back to center. Now take your legs wide and come off of your mat. Turn your toes out, your heels in a little. And as you exhale now, come down into goddess pose. Hands to your heart. Looks like a horse stance. Bending through the knees, dropping through the tailbone, lifting the lower belly, lifting the heart. We're allowing the heat to build. We're allowing that water element to start to make itself present outside of us as we maybe start to perspire a little bit here. Lovely. And now just squat a little deeper. Bring your hands to your mat. So you're squatting down. Breathing. and feeling. Now we're going to take the left leg back, come into a low, long lunge position. Your back knee is down. Remember to breathe. Remember that Ujjayi breath. On your next inhale, we're going to lift the arms, bring the backs of the wrists together, fingers go wide. Check that your shoulders are not crunching up towards your ears. Drop your shoulders into your back a little if you can. And then we're going to do an open twist to the right here. As you twist, bring your hands wide, thumbs to third fingers, bend the elbows. So again, you're kind of in this dancing Shiva position. Breathing here. Then come out of that twist, you guys, and meet me in plank. It's holding your plank position. Again, dropping through the tailbone towards the heels, belly lifts, legs are strong. From plank position, let's drop down, knees, chest, chin. And again, inhale, cobra. And exhale back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, let's lift your right leg and open your hips. Three-legged dog here. Breathing deep. Then come back to center with the legs and swap your legs over. You're lifting the left leg, opening through the hips. Try to keep your arms nice and even. So you're pushing evenly into both arms. Beautiful, and then come back to center, back to downward facing dog. Let's drop to the knees. So you're sitting back on your heels. Bring your hands to prayer position and just twist gently to the right. And then come back to center and twist gently to the left. Come down to all fours and take cat-cow. As you inhale, open the chest. As you exhale, round the spine up towards the ceiling. From cat-cow, just come back into downward facing dog. Bring your right foot forward into lunge position. Keep the back knee lifted and then bring that back foot to meet your front foot. Inhale halfway and exhale, fold on in. Let's rise on up to stand. Your hands come into prayer above your head. The right foot lifts once you find your drusti. Open up through the hip and flex the foot here. Bring your arms wide, thumbs to third finger, dancing Shiva. Can twist towards your bent leg if you like. Then come to stand. Bring both hands overhead in prayer. Your left foot lifts. The same pose on the other side. Thumbs to third finger, foot is flexed. You may be twisting towards the bent leg, or maybe not. Just test it out, see how it feels. Let your breath be an ally for your balance. When you're ready, come back to center. As you inhale, hands rise up. And then willow over to the right, side stretch over. Maybe looking up and out at the moon with the face and the chest. Coming back to center when you're ready. And then over to the left. And back to center. Cross your hands over your heart. So you look like a sort of typical mummy. But just feel your breath here, you guys. Focus on your heart. The healing power within water itself is working to support you. You know, when I connect with the water, when I swim, when I have a shower or a bath, it feels incredibly healing. You're just drinking water. Essential, actually. And see if you can feel that quality of nourishment right now as you breathe. Feeling the water in your lungs, the water in your body, the water in the air around you. Breathing deep. Letting yourself take in more oxygen. We're going to do that sequence one more time. So focus into your heart. Focus into your breath. And when you're ready, circle the arms up. The backs of the wrists come together. Elbows bend a little, maybe. Your right leg lifts and you point your toe. Balance here. And breathe. Now take your right leg wide, still raised off the floor, flex the foot. Bring the thumbs to the third fingers on both hands. And take your arms wide, bend the elbows, heels of the hands push up. And maybe you turn towards that bent leg, dancing Shiva, balance. Breathing deep, Ujjayi breath. Then bring both feet to the floor, raise the arms above the head in prayer. Lowering the hands as you exhale back to the heart center. Inhale, circle the arms up, the backs of the wrists touch. Elbows a little bent perhaps. Take your left leg up, point the toe. Breathe and balance. Now take your left leg wide, flex the foot, thumb to third fingers, dancing Shiva, maybe twist to the bent leg. Both feet come to the floor and we raise the arms. Keeping the arms up, let's willow the body over to the right. Look to the moon if that's appropriate. If not, just side stretch over. Come back to center when you're ready. And as you exhale, willow over to the left, looking to the moon. Back to center, take the legs wide and off the mat and sink down for goddess pose. Hands in prayer to the heart. Breathing deep, bring your hands to your mats and squat down. Let's take the right leg back this time for a long, low lunge. The back knee comes down to the floor, and on your next inhale, we lift the arms, the backs of the wrists come together, the fingers go wide. As you exhale, bring your arms wide, thumb to third finger, and twist, open twist to the left this time, you guys. Dancing Shiva. Come back to center when you're ready. Meet me in plank position. And then come down to the floor, knees, chest, chin. A full, deep, slow inhale brings you into Cobra. And as you exhale, press back to Downward Facing Dog. Lift your right leg now, open your hips, three-legged dog. And come back to Downward Facing Dog. And now lift your left leg, open your hips. Keep your hands nice and evenly pressing. And come back to Downward Facing Dog. From Downward Facing Dog, let's come to the knees, drop to the knees, sit back on your heels. And we're going to twist to the left. Hands can be in prayer, or you can use your right hand as a lever to twist a little more against your thigh. Come back to center and twist to the right. Let's come to all fours, you guys. Come back to center first, and then to all fours. And take cat-cow. A few rounds of cat-cow, inhaling, lifting the chest, and exhaling, grounding the spine. From cat-cow, come back to center and push back, Downward Facing Dog. Let's bring your left foot forward. Lift the back knee up. And then come forward to the top of your mat. Inhale halfway, exhale, fold on in. As you inhale, on your next inhale, let's rise up to stand. Your hands come to prayer over your head. Find your drusti and lift your right foot. Open the hip, flex the right foot, take the arms wide, thumbs to third finger, dancing Shiva. You can twist towards the bent leg if possible. And then release the arms, come back to center, both feet to the ground, arms circle above the head, back to prayer. The left foot lifts now, flex the foot, open the hip, dancing Shiva on the other side. Push the heels of your hands up. Beautiful. Release that. Circle the arms above the head, rise up, hands to prayer above the head, and then we're going to willow over to the right, looking at the moon if possible. Coming back to center when you're ready. Willow over to the left. Looking at the moon. Release your hands. Inhale, reach up. And then bring the hands back to the heart, crossing them over the heart. Just stand here, breathing, focusing on your heart center. It's a beautiful sequence there that I learned from a dear teacher, actually, beautiful teacher, and this is called Natarani Namaskar. Let's turn to face the long edge of your mat and take Ujjayi breath, closing off the back of the throat. Just establishing Ujjayi breath. And breathe in such a way that you feel you're absorbing more oxygen into your body. Not only more oxygen, but more light into the body. And then inhale, stretch the arms up. And let's willow over to the right as you exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, side stretch over to the left. You can look at the moon as before or leave that out if you like. And inhale back to center. Let's separate the feet here. Bring your heels in and your toes out. So go a little wider than hip distance. So we're coming down into Goddess here. When you're ready, squat down. Keeping your knees above your ankles, keeping your thighs nice and open, tailbone down. Goddess pose. Take the hands wide into a cactus shape. So bend your elbows, open your chest, and spread your fingers, your palms face forward. From here, let's stick the tongue out, take the tongue out and down. Open the eyes wide, and if you can, look up. This will affect your balance, but imagine that you're in the water and this is supporting your balance. And then release the face, stand back up, spread the arms, so you're in a 5-pointed star shape here. Let's turn the feet here, you guys, so you're making a triangle To the right, you're coming into triangle on your right side. Right foot is forward. Take your time. And inhale, opening that up. Exploring that triangle, breathing deep. Stay with your Ujjayi breath. Use your legs to open up the rest of your body. Lifting the thigh muscles away from the knees, planting the feet into the floor. From here, we're going to just come into pyramid pose over your right leg. So we're folding over the right leg. You might need to bring your back leg out to the side a little bit just to support your balance. Breathing. As you breathe, imagine that you absorb more oxygen and light into your body. This is one of the things that the Undine is said to help us with. And then from your pyramid fold that's come down, your right leg is leading. We're coming into a low lunge here. Okay, from a low lunge, we're going to be turning to the left long edge of your mat for this next move, but we're just opening up this lunge so it faces the long edge of the mat. And you might need to put your fingers to the floor to support you here. Basically, your right leg is bent and your left leg is extended now out to the side. You can flex the foot, bring the toes towards the ceiling on the left foot. Just breathe here. Gorgeous. And use your hands to support you as you shift your way over to the other side. So you're taking this kind of open lunge position. Your whole body faces the long edge of your mat. Beautiful. And from here we're coming back to low lunge. So now your left leg is leading and you'll be facing the back of your mat. Beautiful. From here, let's come up into pyramid pose. So you're folding over your left leg and squaring off the hips, squaring off the shoulders. Absorbing oxygen and light in your breath. And now open up your pyramid pose to triangle. See if you can flow through these unusual transitions. Use your breath as an ally, as an aid. Use your legs to open up the top body, the upper body. Then when you're ready, look down towards your left leg, straight leg, and Be ready to come up on your next inhale. You can bend the knee if you need to. Turn both of your feet to the long edge of your mat and take 5-pointed star here. 5-pointed star shape. The arms are stretching out and up, making 2 points of your star. Your feet are pushing down and in. That's 4 points of your star, and your head is hovering in the middle, floating in the middle. From 5-pointed star now, let's squat down to goddess, bringing your hands into that cactus shape, spreading the fingers, sticking the tongue out and down if you can, look up. Breathing here. Make sure you're not being too sassy with your bottom and overusing your lower back, dumping into your lower back. Push the tailbone down. Keep the belly on. And then from goddess pose, let's push back to 5-pointed star. Sweet relief. Bringing your hands and feet together now. Let's stretch the body up, stretch the body long. And now side stretch over to the right. And back to center as you inhale. Exhale over to the left. Inhaling back to center. Stand for a moment or two in Tadasana. Establishing and re-establishing your breath all of the time. Your breath it's the wave motion that will take you into flow. Hear your breath, feel your breath here. On your next inhale, stretch the arms up and willow to the right as you exhale. Side stretch to the right. Inhale back to center. Willow to the left. Inhale back to center, separate your feet for goddess. And as you exhale, squat down. Hands in that wide finger stretching shape. Palms out, elbows bent. So your arms look like a goalpost if you play rugby, or a cactus here. Stick your tongue out, take your eyes up and wide. Wide through your eyes, wide through your mouth. Don't dump into your lower back. Breathe. Next inhale brings you up to 5-pointed star. Breathe here. From here, we're going to set up the feet for triangle on your left side, so the left foot is forward. Come into triangle when you're ready. Once you find the shape, as you inhale, open it up. In triangle, you're stretching the arms away from one another, the head and the hips away from one another. And just feel all the different ways in which you can open your body here. Use your breath as an ally. And then from triangle, we're going to come into pyramid, folding over the left leg. Release the hinge of your jaw. Breathe. Absorb more oxygen. Absorb more light. Feel the healing power within water itself, working to support you in your practice today. And from pyramid, we're going to come down into a lunge position. So your left leg is leading. You're in a low lunge, the back knee is down. And then we're going to establish that low lunge, but open it up to the side of your mat. So you'll be turning to the right side of your the long right side of your mat. Turning in your lunge to face the long edge of your mat. And then open that lunge out. Use your hands to support you. Take really good care of your knees. If this does not feel good, find another way to transition. Flex the straight leg, the foot on the straight leg. Breathe here. If you can, bring your hands to prayer position and balance, then feel welcome to do that. It's not something I've ever found easy. And then when you're ready, let's shift the weight over to the other side. So you're taking that open lunge to the other side. Support yourself with a deep, full inhalation and a slow exhalation. As you breathe, absorb more oxygen, more light into your body. Now we're going to come back into a low lunge. Your right leg will be leading now. I'm not sure if you're facing the front of your mat now. Doesn't matter. Left leg is leading. Right leg is leading, low lunge. From here, we're coming into pyramid pose. Should be folding over your right leg. Breathing. Imagine that you're in the water and this supports your balance. And then open up your pyramid into triangle. Feel your body is 70% water. Mostly water here. It's weird, isn't it? Then from triangle, coming up when you're ready to 5-pointed star. Stretching it all out in that 5-pointed star. Feel yourself energetically supported to create a healing and purification process in your own body. We're energetically supported by the water on our planet, which is also 70%. It's lovely, this sort of microcosm, macrocosm thing, where we say our planet is 70% water and so are we. And it's said that the Undine spirits live in the deep oceans, energetically supporting us to absorb more oxygen and more light and more water, and work with the water element of this beautiful body and this beautiful planet. From 5-pointed star, let's squat down to Goddess. Your hands are spread, your tongue is out, your eyes are wide, and you're breathing deep. And then from Goddess, you guys, come back on up, 5-pointed star. Bringing your hands and feet together, stretching up. On your next exhale, just willow over to the right. Come back to center as you inhale, and as you exhale, willow over to the left. come back to center as you exhale. Standing in Tadasana, let's just cross the hands again over the heart. Focus on your heart center. Just feel your love of the water. Quite often if someone says, do you love the water, and somebody is frightened of swimming or frightened of the sea, they'll go, oh no, I don't love the water. But we forget about the water that we're made of. We forget about the essential role of water in our lives, the healing power of water. Just take a few breaths in appreciation of this. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, bring yourself down to your mat and lie on your back. Lying on your back now, we're just going to take some pelvic tilts. So bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet to the mat, hip width apart. Turn your toes ever so slightly out. Do not turn your toes in. It's not a good thing for your sacrum to move your pelvis with your toes turned in. It kind of jams your sacrum. I find that anyway. And then from here, we're just going to start to inhale, press towards the coccyx, and this will lift your lower back. And as you exhale, unravel your spine, pushing the lower back into the ground. Inhaling, create that tunnel underneath the lower back, and exhaling, collapse that tunnel into the ground. Do this in time with your own beautiful, full Ujjayi breath. Just feeling yourself create that beautiful wave motion with your lower back. This for me is it's just such a small and mighty movement. I had real problems with my back sort of 14, 15 years ago. Serious problems with my back. And, I think a lot of that was I had no fluidity. I was just rigid and stiff. It's what brought me to yoga, actually. And through practicing yoga, I've healed my back. And this movement for me has been pivotal in that. It's learning to bring some fluidity, some moisture to the low back. So really enjoy this movement. Use your breath as an ally. Feel the healing power within water itself, working to support you. Feel the water in your body. And for me, there's this sense of when I have sort of stiffness and compression and stagnation in my body, I can bring my breath to it, like water, and let the breath move around it. Eventually, this stagnation starts to break apart in the same way that a boulder would start to get worn down by the water in a stream, eventually becoming a rock, and then becoming a stone, and then becoming a pebble over many years. So work with the boulders in your body, you guys. And then when you're ready, let's come to center and bring your hands in prayer above your pelvis. And we're going to run your hands up the front of the spine, so up the front of the body, and follow your hands with your hips. So as your hands come up, your hips come up. Eventually your hands will come all the way above your head and your hips will really stretch up. And then we're going to exhale. Again, bring them hands down into prayer. And as you bring the hands down, the spine unravels, the hips come down. So by the time your hands meet your heart, your hips might be down or might not, but just bring the hips back to the floor when you're ready. Once the hips are down, we take the hands into a wide T shape. And we inhale, bring the knees up. As you exhale, let your knees fall to the left. I'll do this slowly at first, then we'll do it a little quicker. On your next inhale, come back to center. The arms are still wide. And as you exhale, twist to the right so the knees come to the right. As you inhale, come back to center. And bring your feet to the floor. Bring your hands to prayer over your pelvis, and we repeat this so the arms run up the spine, the pelvis lifts. So we come into bridge position with the hands above the head as we inhale. And as we exhale, the hands come down, the spine unravels, the hips come down. The next inhale takes the arms wide, and the knees come up. As you exhale, let the knees fall to the left. Inhale, back to center. And exhale over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Feet come to the floor, hands in prayer over the pelvis. Inhale, run your hands up your spine, lift your hips. Hands come over the head, stretch. And then as you exhale, hands come down, hips follow. Once your hips reach the ground, your hands go wide as you inhale and your knees come up. As you exhale, you twist to the left. As you inhale, you come back to center. As you exhale, you twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. Feet to the floor, hands together over the pelvis. Inhale, slow inhale brings you into that full stretch. Lifting the hips. Exhale, hands come down, hips come down. Once your hips meet the floor, inhale, take the arms wide, bring the knees up. At the end of your inhale, exhale, take your knees to the left, twisting. Inhale, back to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Feet come to the floor as you exhale, hands come to prayer over the pelvis. Inhale, reach up, lift the hips. Exhale, spine unravels, hips come to the floor slowly. Inhale, arms wide, knees up. Exhale, knees to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, knees to the right. Inhale, back to center. Feet to the floor, hands to prayer over your pelvis. One more. Inhale, lifting, stretching. Exhale, lowering, centering. Hands come wide as you inhale, knees come up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Let's twist to the left again now, you guys, and just hold there. Breathing deep, absorb more oxygen and more light into the body. So this practice invigorates you, it doesn't tire you. Feel the waves of your breath, feel the sail of the back body opening against the floor as you breathe. See swell of breath. Come back to center when you're ready, and then drop your knees to the other side. Feel yourself energetically supported by the Undines to create a healing and purification process. Feel yourself linked and merging with the water on the planet, which is also 70%, the same as the water in your body. You might even feel the presence of the Undine spirits in the deep oceans. Beautiful light water spirits. From here, let's come back to center. And let's roll all the way to the left. Bring your hands and elbows together. And then open up your right elbow, your right knee. Open it up so much so that it pulls the weight of your body over to the other side. So you're lying on your right side now. Open up the left side until it pulls you back to your left side. And just enjoy this movement also. So again, another one of those small and mighty movements, I feel, sort of just rolling the back and hips into the floor in this way. Like rocking yourself to sleep, really. You can imagine yourself a little boat, rocking gently on the waves of your breath, one way and then the other. And then when you're ready, we're going to set up for Shavasana. Make sure you're warm. It was a gentle flow, but a flow nonetheless that may have brought water to your skin. And it's surprising how cold we can get, how quickly we can get cold in Shavasana. As we work with the asana practice, we work not only physically but energetically, changing the temperature of the body. So really make sure that you're warm and comfortable for at least the next 10 minutes lying down in Shavasana. Feel yourself now as if you are lying atop the water. You're a little boat just floating on a very still, calm lake. Feel the water move into your ears, soothing your ears. Bringing you into a quiet place. Feel the hinge of your jaw release and relax. Feel the gentle waves of your breath pulling you into the tides of relaxation. Let go as completely as you can. Then feel that water element between your breaths, within your breaths, around your bones, between your muscles, just pulling you into even deeper relaxation. Letting go. With your awareness and attention, draw water into any areas of your body that feel a little brittle. You can draw water into your heart center, soothing, relaxing, coaxing the heart to let go. You can draw water into your brain. Letting the mind temporarily suspend itself, floating. Floating. Whole body sinking as you exhale, floating as you inhale. Letting go. And I'm going to just leave you guys here, so take your time, let yourself drift off, even if you drift off into sleep today. Let go as completely and fully as you can. Sending you oceans of love. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.